Well, we have to talk about this. Today's been a month since President Trump was sworn in and took office. And today, a federal court ruled against the federal employees that were trying to stop Trump's arbitrary firing of federal employees, along with the help of Elon Musk, who's heading the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. For those of you that might have the impression that the court sided with Trump in some way, that's inaccurate. He did not. He actually agreed with the case the federal employees brought to the judge, but they had no standing because he said they were pursuing the cause in the wrong court. They were supposed to go to the Federal Labor Relations Authority and process that way. While the judge agreed with them, he said, you have no standing here. Now, the other reason why I'm addressing this is because also a lot of people out there are under the impression that Trump and Musk are cutting budgets and laying off employees fairly because there's government waste, and that is far from the truth. Right now, they have fired thousands of employees out of 2.4 million federal employees in the United States. We have about 20% of them are in the DC area. About 80% of them are around the US. And many of them that have been fired, according to Musk and Trump, they're firing low-performing employees, serving in non-critical roles, or they were recent hires. But that's not true. There were reports through organizations and media that showed that many people have been contacted who were excellent employees, people that had just gotten promotions, people that had a history of being good employees with the agencies where they were let go. And that is a sign of something that is going wrong. Another sign that is something going wrong with the mass arbitrary hiring without care or careful process is what happened just reported a few days ago, where some people were fired from the National Nuclear Security Administration by Trump. And now that was, I think, over a week ago. And now Trump is trying to rehire some of them because he realized how serious this is. It's a very, very important job where it's highly specialized with cybersecurity, overseeing U.S. nuclear weapons. And he realized, oops, I got to bring them back. Now he's in the process of bringing some of them back because he realized he cannot do that one. He cannot take any chances of something going wrong. And he's doing a lot of that with other agencies. It's not being the USAID is hurting farmers. It's also hurting a lot of people that were counting on this help that his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, supported for years and years and years. He lauded this program, this agency, and now it's like he forgot about it. And something that needs to be taken into account is some of the techniques they're using. They're giving people, hey, take a deferred resignation. We give you the benefit and still pay you all the way through, I think, the fall. According to the Office of Personnel Management, about 75,000 employees have taken the offer. But there are many more who have not taken it and did not take it on February 12th when it was the deadline. And Trump and Musk went ahead and fired them, let them go for no cause. Now, something I need to address, and this is very important, is I work for two corporations in my life. I work for a media company and I work for a veterans company. In both companies, there was a period when management from corporate came because they were going to do some cuts. They're going to lay off people. They came to our offices back in Texas and Florida and other places and around the country. But they didn't start firing people within the first or second week, like Trump and Musk have done with this 2.4 million employees. That's unheard of. It usually takes about a few weeks when it's a small company with small corporation to a very large corporation. It takes many months, several months. It takes maybe like 3 or 4 months, roughly. And you can check this out. You don't have to believe me. You can Google all this information. So for them to unilaterally decide we're going to start firing people within the first week Trump was sworn in, there is something going on that is quite wrong. And right now it's a situation where I have here, I did a little bit of search. It says, before a corporation, because that's what Musk is. He's a corporate guy. He runs Tesla, Twitter, SpaceX. He knows what's supposed to be done, and he hasn't done it. He knows that you have to take into account the company size before you start. You have to take into account legal requirements. You also have to take into account financial considerations. And it's a decision-making process that takes extensive planning and legal considerations. So you cannot just start doing this right off the bat without planning it. And both Trump and Musk know this. Trump probably doesn't care. He's always been a gambler and a con man. But Musk knows this. So for him to go ahead and follow this DOGE plan, it sounds very, very, I guess the word is fishy. And what comes to mind right now is the word, not the word, the phrase, Project 2025, which is to recruit loyalists into the government, to fire everybody and start recruiting people who are loyal to Donald Trump, who will follow his agenda, no questions asked, making employees loyal to a king. And there has never been the situation in our government. People are hired on non-partisan goals, no partisan agendas. People are hired because they're good at what they do, whatever it is. And I'm going to read the agencies where people are being let go right now. Department of Veterans Affairs, Education Department, Energy Department, Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Homeland Security, Internal Revenue Service, National Park Service, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Why? Agriculture Department, Foreign Aid and Development. And they're also cutting federal grants and loans, which is part of what USAID is. Inspector Generals are being let go. Also the Department of Justice and the State Department. All these people are facing cuts, many unjust, for no valid reason. They have good travel record as good employees. And what they're looking to do is recruit people that are loyal to Donald Trump and will not question anything he says. This sounds like a road to authoritarian government. Because there is no excuse to fire people just within 2-3 weeks. 2.4 million people. A corporation doesn't do that. They do it carefully with planning. So something is up. Fair warning, people. Fair warning. All right, just wanted to share that. See you next time. Hasta la vista, baby.